Everyone has a dream.
Open up a youth center.
Fashion company.
A film actor.
But only some choose to chase them.
Do I really believe that I've got what it takes?
This is Dream Quest.
I think I'm gonna encounter something big here.
This storm changed everything, and especially our trip back inshore.
I am terrified of thunder and lightning.
And next thing you know, it's like raindrop, 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 and it feels like pins and needles all over you.
To be out in the middle of the ocean in a storm, I was scared for my life.
All right, let's everybody get secure and hold on. Somebody needs to be holding on to something.
Our captain, who's very familiar with those waters, had to stop because he didn't know if he was headed to shore or away from shore, or if he was about to run into shore. He couldn't see anything.
I knew it was serious when the captain started looking back and forth and trying to figure out where land was.
And it got really cold really fast, and then the speed of the boat trying to figure out where we're going.
Start going, come up here.
Seriously, that trip felt like it was like 4 hours long. I felt like I was on the boat forever, and I could not wait to get off the boat.
Oh, that storm was awesome.
I felt like Jaleesa was Tom Hanks from Castaway, just yelling at there, "Ah, bring on the storm!"
You couldn't see anything. You couldn't see the shore. The water was going, and it was dark, and I felt like, yes, like this is what adventure is. Going against the current and getting really into nature, and oh, that was great.
It was strange. Just as fast as the storm came, it left.
It was definitely a way to break in, you know, all of us knowing each other now because we all like went through something so crazy together just the first day.
Afterwards, we thought we would get to sit back and relax, but no.
Well, we told you that it was going to be fun and intense. Definitely not easy, but it doesn't get any easier.
And you have about 5 minutes to dry off with your towels, and then we're heading the cars and going to Key West.
So we get to Key West, and lo and behold, we're at another marina. And there's this crazy guy waving us down to his amazing boat.
One of the great things about Dream Quest is all of the interesting characters that we got to meet. And Lee Murray was one of those characters.
How's everybody?
He's well known around here. He's a powerboat racing champion, which we were about to find out.
I'm Lee Murray. I've been asked to escort you guys to your house. I do like to go fast, so hopefully you guys are ready to have some fun. Come on.
The sunset was absolutely beautiful. When we pulled away from the dock and went through the trees, we came out to this clear view of, you know, the wide open ocean, sky.
You just wanted to freeze that moment and take everything in.
Colors were beautiful with orange and red, and it was a really great experience.
Too much for me. I need
You better turn
Take it in, Timmy. Take it in.
This is what I needed.
Not only was the view amazing on the ride over, but it provided an awesome opportunity to get to know my cast members better. I learned Matt plays the guitar, Taylor loves to rock some cowboy boots, and Timmy just has an amazing story.
When I was young, I lost my parents. And the hardest part about that is when your friends are around you and they're like, "Oh, my mom's getting on my nerves." It's like, at least you have your mom. My dad, he's always strict. At least you have someone to tell you what's wrong. And like football, we had a dad breakfast my senior year, and I had to use my running back's dad. And everyone's hugging their dad, taking pictures, and it's like, I honestly believe that she's watching me, and my dad's watching me, so that's what keeps me pushing.
When I heard his story and where he'd come from and where he is now, it just kind kind of had me pause for a second and reevaluate, you know, all the struggles I've had in my life and realize that they're nothing compared to what he's gone through. And he's such a strong-willed person and just such a cool guy to be around. I really just admire him.
Wow, can he drive fast? And we went under this bridge going at least 65 miles an hour, and on water, that's fast.
My skin was like pressed against my face.
We had no idea where we were going, and we were anticipating something really, really awesome is about to happen.
It was pretty dark, and we're trying to figure out where's this thing going. Then all of a sudden we see lights.
Whenever we first pulled up to the house, I was just mesmerized.
When we pulled up to the house, I was like, oh, that's a cool house. So all of a sudden, you gotta be kidding me.
We're like, no way. And then we show up and we find out this is where we get to stay. It just felt so unreal.
I've never seen such an amazing tropical house. When you think of tropical, like that was it. And it was just like the perfect vision, and I was so excited.
We're staying in this mansion. This is amazing.
I'm thinking, nah, this isn't where we're going. They're just tricking us, and they're about to let us down with, this is your next door neighbor, but you're over here.
As we looked around the house, it was just like jaw-dropping. This thing didn't even have a yard. It was ocean.
Oh my God. When we first got to the house, I could tell everybody was still a little tense and not quite sure what they could do and still sizing each other up. And I felt like something needed to happen to loosen things up a little bit.
Gotta love Sean. Sean pushed me in the pool with my clothes on, or tried to at least, and then I kind of whirled around and pushed him, and I wasn't really in the mood for it at first, generally jumping in the pool, but it was fun.
Hey! I had him too! It did loosen everybody up, because then everybody got in their clothes, in the hot tub, in the pool. It was awesome.
That's it, right? Big man. Key West. You know?
Hey, people! I have an announcement that is probably going to make you love me. Dinner is ready. We can eat. We're gonna go in, we're gonna get changed into some dry clothes, we're gonna eat dinner, and then I need you guys to meet me in a place that you don't even know is there yet, down on the beach.
One of the traditions of DreamQuest is a nightly bonfire where we get to chill out, talk about what happened today, more importantly, what we learned about ourselves through what happened. Tonight's bonfire was going to be very special because we were going to ask them about their dreams. Can you guys think of a more amazing way to end a day in the Keys than sitting on a beach around a campfire with this breeze? I mean, is this awesome?
Amazing.
Well, you guys did great thing. Let me just recap the winners of today's events. And it was a real challenge, I know, and our winners were Chris and Sydney. Good job, guys.
Congratulations.
So they will get 200 points, and all the rest of you are just losers. Sorry, you get 0 points. So tomorrow's another opportunity, though. We started off the day with a cue card, and it talked about concentration and focus, and we actually experienced that today. Focusing in on your target makes it much easier to hit.
And we just really wanted to take this time tonight to find out what you're here to chase. Every one of you auditioned for this show for a reason. There's a dream and a quest that you want to pursue, and we want to know what it is. So, Matthew, what is it you're here to pursue?
Ever since I remember, I've always wanted to be an actor. And it's just something that's, always been my passion, just entertaining people, making them laugh.
When I was younger, I used to move around a lot, go to different schools, always had to create new friendships. And it was kind of like when you're a young kid, you have to do something crazy, goofy, or wacky to stand out and be cool. So I was always used to standing out, trying to be the center of attention, always trying to make people laugh and have a good time. And then after a while, that became a passion. And I started to love it. I was like, oh, this is fun. Making people laugh makes me laugh. I want to be the next Jim Carrey. I want to be that guy that everyone's like, he's hilarious.
What about you, Sydney?
I am currently in the process of creating an online-based fashion company that features current college students studying fashion design, and each of the designers are competing against each other on the website to be featured in a fashion show in New York City. And the fashion show, a portion of the proceeds will go to a charity to provide underprivileged children in the United States clothing, bringing fashion full circle. So my dream is to bring that to life.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's sweet.
Timmy, what about you?
I want to open up a youth center. I basically want to have people volunteer to teach inner city kids or kids not as fortunate how to plumb, do lawn care, music, acting, anything. I just want to be able to reach out, help them find a way instead of being blind because they look up to the wrong people. I was one of those kids and I don't want them going through blind like I was.
When my mom was in the hospital, right before she passed away, she told everybody to get out of the hospital room. And she called me in. And she adopted me when I was 2 weeks old. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, I'm not even her biological son, but I'm the person she wants to talk to before she leaves. And she held my hand and I promised her that I would be different. Statistics wouldn't matter with me.
What about you, Chris?
Ever since I can remember, I've been very passionate about sports. I love watching them, talking about them, playing them, pretty much everything you can think of. And I also like hearing other people's opinions and sharing my opinion with them. So if I could have my own sports radio show, I think that would be something that I'd be very, very pleased with.
I began my own charity in February. It's called With Love, one word, and it raises funds and collects toys for kids battling cancer.
When I was 10 years old, I was diagnosed with large cell lymphoma. And so being that young, I had to grow up really fast. And with this charity, I just wanted to reconnect with the kids and remind them that they're kids. And even though they're facing this huge trial in life, not to try to grow up too fast and just kind of give them a moment of being a child, even if it's just with a toy or a game. Being the oldest daughter, ever since I can remember, my dad and I have gone on coffee dates, and in between our coffee dates, he had a little football he'd bring around with him, and we'd toss the ball wherever we were, and it's just kind of grown from there.
So with that, I would love to host a television show where it's the whole off-the-field experience. So really, I would be more of a bridge between the fan and the athlete themselves, and the fan and the university.
Right now, I'm a person with the dream, the passion, and the drive, and the raw materials.
So my heart would be to start with university football and just kind of get that connection going, and I would absolutely have a ball doing that.
I'd watch it.
When this opportunity came up, I'd been in a waiting period for a long time. And Dream Quest appeared into my life. And the moment I saw it, I seized it and I knew that this is what I need. These people are speaking the words that I've been speaking to myself. I have this dream, I have this passion, I want to move forward. I find that it's time for people to infiltrate Hollywood and the entertainment industry and to start producing stories of hope and truth. I want to be a part of a change in Hollywood that produces good quality content for people and gives them something to hope for.
I work out with a lady every morning at 6 a.m. who, when she started working out 4 months ago, was 350 pounds. And she's lost 80 pounds in the last 4 months. It's encouraging to me every single morning when she goes there, and she's usually the last person to finish, and she's got a smile on her face. And it shows me that no matter where you are, you have to have a goal to where you're going, and you have to pursue it with all your heart.
I love CrossFit. That's kind of one medium that I love, and so I would just love to open up a CrossFit gym someday.
Hearing your discussions today, something that helped me a long time ago is that your passion will help you discover and reveal your dream. And so we want to help you work through that and really narrow that down. And there's no wrong dream. When you can focus on it, man, that's when it's going to really give you some real clear direction. And so we're hoping that you really get to that.
And that's the point of this entire journey. Some of you have got it narrowed down really specifically. Some of you it's a little more vague. And you know what? That's okay. That's why we're here. We've still got a lot of days ahead of us. You're gonna have a lot of time and a lot of opportunity to dig a lot deeper and see where this journey is gonna lead you. And Sean and I are excited to go on it with you. Still to come this season on Dream Quest.
You're going to compete in a series of events.
I really needed this.
Events of the mind, the body, and the heart.
It was literally like staring in the face the areas that I have the least confidence in.
That's how it works, baby!
The winner gets a chance to live your dream.
And that was just insane.
That's the closest I ever been to giving up.
I have to admit, we're pretty worried.
I couldn't do it.
I thought I was gonna die out there.
They're broken down. There's a couple of them talking about quitting.
Do we need communication? You yelling is not going to improve anything.
That was the first time in any of these events that I thought, I can't win this.